Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are talking all about Cardano or ADA, which it is known as, and why it's important and why I've been a buyer of Cardano for several years now, and why there's a recent uptick. So we're going to be talking about that. When you look at the top cryptocurrencies here, there's some things to break down why certain ones are doing well. Now, the number one leader is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is really, I think people see it more as a store of value than a practical application at this point. And the reason for that is because Bitcoin is notoriously slow. So the other big one is Ethereum. And one of the reasons that Ethereum is so effective is because it has smart contracts and it has an infrastructure, the ERC-20, that allows other cryptocurrencies to run onto it. Okay, so a lot of the other cryptocurrencies rely on Ethereum. And what that does essentially is it props up the value of Ethereum because different exchanges or wallets, they rely on the ERC-20 token or blockchain because they run on gas. Okay, that's what powers it. You need to spend a little bit of Ethereum to make the transaction go through. The important thing to understand is that now Cardano has become a competitor to that. And they're not the only competitor. That's one of the reasons that Pokadot is seeing a lot of price action and has kind of come up from the ranks as well. But this video is really talking about Cardano. So what happened with Cardano recently is they had a hard fork, and it's called the Mary hard fork, and it allows users to create tokens that run on Cardano natively. What this does is this allows other cryptocurrencies to now use the Cardano blockchain in the same way that they have used Ethereum in the past. What this hard fork allows for is smart contracts and native assets to run on the Cardano blockchain. And that's really important. Now, Cardano has been an important cryptocurrency for a long time, and it's one of the ones that the academia and the people that, let's say, are blockchain geeks are really excited about because of the way it was created. And it has a lot of academic background, white papers, a lot of support for that. Now, Charles Hoskinson is the founder of Cardano, and he's also a co-founder of Ethereum. Basically, what those two are trying to build on, okay, Cardano and Polkadot, is to create a better version of Ethereum. Okay, so let's talk about Ethereum. I mean, why is Ethereum so important? Is because it has that infrastructure that allows other cryptocurrencies to run on it. The problem is because Ethereum is a proof of work. What that means is it actually costs more gas, okay? So there are these gas wars. What happens is that the price becomes very high comparative to other cryptocurrencies. And if you look at what Phil McCracken said a few days ago here, basically Cardano moved $14 billion for $7,000 in fees, versus Ethereum moving $13 billion for $26 million in fees over the course of 24 hours. So what that means is that Cardano is less expensive to run on because it is a proof of stake. And because it's proof of stake, that's an advantage moving forward. Now, all this relies on mass adoption. And right now, that's the other reason that I think Cardano has a lot of room to grow into the future. And again, I'm not advising you to buy Cardano, but I certainly have. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why I think it's going to continue to increase. And it's recently overtaken, a bunch of coins. And the main idea is, again, it's an alternative to Ethereum that can run with lower fees. You have people in the crypto space who think about kind of all or nothing, right? There's going to be one crypto that's going to run them all, right? And all the other ones are going to not be valuable. And I don't really think that way. There's Bitcoin, then there's all the ERC-20 tokens, the Ethereum tokens, and now there's going to be tokens that can be built on Cardano, and there's other competitors to that like Pokadot. And I think there's room for all of these cryptocurrencies. If you want to invest in these cryptocurrencies, you want to get in before there's mass adoption. And when you look at the interesting thing about Cardano here is the price is just over $1. A little while ago, like a couple weeks ago, people were wondering, will it ever reach $1? Well, it's reached $1 and there's still room to go. And interestingly, it is one of the cheaper in terms of price cryptos in the top 10. Why are people going to adopt Cardano? If it's going to be able to do fees better, then I think that, that's going to be attractive to a lot of different companies moving forward. So right now we're in the early stages. This is a lot of this is hypothetical. You see there's investments like Greyscale Investments that have added 6 new trusts. So they're looking at all these different platforms to build on, right? So it doesn't mean that they're actually going to be using these, but they're seriously considering it. And, it is the world's largest digital asset management firm. So they manage over $24 billion in assets. Keep in mind, this is early and there are some competitors to Ethereum that are starting to emerge. Also, Cardano is being looked at as a mode of payment on Shopify. I mean, this is one of the big hurdles with cryptocurrency is it's still arguably a speculative investment. There's not people that really use BitPay to buy a coffee at Starbucks. And I mean, if I had Bitcoin, I wouldn't spend on Starbucks. I don't want to end up like that guy that spent all that money on the pizzas, right? But the point is that at some point, for crypto to become less theoretical and more applicable in the real world, it's going to be a form of payment. So this is very interesting. There is a project here by an Australian developer to integrate Cardano with e-commerce. And of course, all these companies have APIs, Coinbase, BitPay, Coin Payments. So, putting Cardano in there would be very interesting if it gets mass adoption. So what are some of the benefits of the Cardano over, let's say, Ethereum? The transactions are faster, they're cheaper, and it has easier integration. Cardano has also, with this fork, brought in the ERC-20 Converter, okay, where people can actually port a project. So if they've already built the infrastructure to work with Ethereum, they can switch that to Cardano using this converter, which is really interesting because, again, Cardano's going to have cheaper fees. So it is still early. We don't know all these things that are going to happen. Certainly looking at Cardano, there are some exciting things to be sure. All right, so you can see that Cardano here has been going along at a steady rate, and really there has been a lot of growth in the last few months. And a lot of this is because of, the excitement about what's happening with Cardano. So I want to mention another benefit of Cardano that they have over Ethereum is you can transact a cryptocurrency without using Cardano. Okay, so if you built your project on the Cardano blockchain, you can transact in your own currency. Currently, everything on the Ethereum blockchain requires Ethereum as gas, right? So if let's say, I'm in my Exodus wallet here. If I want to do a transaction, okay, I need to have Ethereum in this wallet in order to make a transaction, right? All the transactions rely on paying with Ethereum, okay? Now, Cardano's not like that, the Cardano platform, which I think is going to make it more appealing in the long term. Let's talk about Cardano and also Coinbase. Right now, you cannot buy Cardano on Coinbase. And when you look at, the cryptocurrencies here, with Coinbase having, 10 or 12, 15 different cryptocurrencies, and the number 3 one's not on there, they're going to be looking at adding Cardano pretty soon, I think. And right now, when you think about it, there is a incredible gap between Cardano being the number 3rd market cap cryptocurrency and its availability. In Canada, you can't get it on ShakePay, you can't get it on Newton, you can't get it on Coinberry, you can't get it on Coinsquare. So where can you get Cardano? There's a few places you can get it. You can get it on Kraken. So Kraken is an exchange. So let's say you had money on Coinbase or Coinsquare or ShakePay, you could send funds, create a Kraken account, send funds into Kraken, like send Bitcoin into Kraken, and then you could trade that for Cardano. You can do it in a wallet like Exodus. So if I wanted to exchange, let's say, Ethereum for Cardano, I could do something like that and exchange half of it, or however much, and exchange and get Cardano that way. You can also get Cardano on Binance. These are some ways you can do it, but if you think about it, the people that are really into cryptocurrency can buy Cardano. If I'm just guy off the street and I hear about Cardano, like people were talking about Dogecoin, for example, it's not easy to get that. There's a 2-step process, right? You need to buy money, put it into, let's say, Coinbase, send it to a different exchange, and then buy Cardano, okay? When that becomes more accessible, what do you think will happen to the price of Cardano? Okay, already it's the number 3 cryptocurrency. Arguably, it has better coding and better infrastructure than Ethereum. What do you think is going to happen when it becomes accessible? And that's what I think one of the big things that you want to think about when you're thinking of investing and getting in early in the ground floor of something like Cardano, is because that accessibility. Basically, when it becomes more accessible to the average person, they're going to start buying it because look, it's already the number 3 cryptocurrency, and they've just had this really, really important hard fork that they did not rush. They took their time to make sure to do it right. That's one of the things that people like about the Cardano project, is that the people behind the project are smart people. They know what they're doing, and they're going to do things the right way. So that's one of the reasons that I think Cardano is poised to become even higher in the future. It's definitely a coin you should take a look at. I'm not necessarily recommending it, but I definitely want to let you know some of the reasons why I'm excited about it and why it deserves further exploration for your investments. All right, well, that's all for this video. Let me know in the comments if you think Cardano is overhyped, or you agree with me and you think Cardano has a lot more room to run to the upside. I'd be very interested to hear what you think. Over and out, that's all for this video. Peace. And happy investing.